Welcome back. Our final Hot on the Block auction just finished at the Knoxville, Tennessee lot. Hey, Greg, why don't you tell everyone about one of my favorite Detroit creations, that SSR?
Oh, sure. Okay, here's the scoop on the SSR, which, by the way, stands for Super Sport Roadster. But you know that because it's one of your faves. Anyway, this one's a 2004 model. It has Copart run and drive verification. Power plant comes in the way of that 5.3-liter V8, and it has a Tennessee salvage title.
Started off at $10,200. Now it's up to $12,700. Kentucky and Germany in on the action. It's that BB2 technology.
Pretty slick looking vehicle, isn't it?
It is. It could be a car. It could be a truck. It could be a convertible. Could not.
Okay. It kind of looks like a Volkswagen Beetle, but in El Camino style.
It's a Volkswagen Beetle that you could throw your bike in the back of.
Oh, see, that's a good idea.
Going twice.
It's got some nice lines to it, though, even for a 2004, yeah.
Just a little bit of front end damage.
Sold to the highest bidder.
Boy, that truck's gonna rock once the new owner gets a little love to it.
Now we're going to move on to another live auction. This one's in West Midland, Pennsylvania, 2006. Another Chevy. This one's a Trailblazer with some front end damage.
Run and drive verification, which is always good.
UAE bidding right now. 4.2 liter, 6-cylinder.
Well, listen, we got to keep moving, Jamie. And you have a cool story about a Copart member, right?
Each week on Sold in Seconds, we bring you stories of Copart customer creations. Cool things that people like you have turned their Copart purchases into. Today, we want to share one Copart member's creation that's going to turn some heads. Car logos abound on Copart lots. Audis, Fords, Mercedes, Jags, all sitting beside each other. So many that your treasure hunt is bound to lead you to a gem. And that's just what happened to California Copart customer Fayez Aziz. He found a Corvette that had been tapped and slapped, but he overlooked that damage and instead saw the vet's clean, classic lines. Fayez worked with the local motorsports shop to repair that damage and to give his Z06 a new motor that can handle up to 1,000 horsepower. The result, a one-of-a-kind Corvette Z06. This is not Fayez's first vet build. He bought another Z06 from Copart, rebuilt that one, and sold it to a driver who I'm going to guess is having some fun in the spring weather.
Well, you know what I like about Copart.com? The variety. Not only can you find cars and trucks you can use as a daily driver to get you to and from work, but you can find other cool things like delivery trucks and skid steer loaders and dump trucks to use at work. Now, with that said, I give you the specialty item of the week. Need to dig some holes in your yard? Too easy for this 98 Caterpillar 345BL track excavator. Now this bad boy is designed for some serious mining or cracking apart some rocks. With the 3176 Cat engine, 24-inch wide shoes, 48-inch wide bucket, and 131-inch stick length, you can see what I'm talking about. Now if you need a hole dug in your yard, buy a shovel. You need some serious work done. Get you a Cat 345B, ACV 140K, and normal wear. Man, I could dig a lot of post holes with that thing, just like I did in college. You know, I had a few teachers in school that said I would end up being a ditch digger. Obviously, they didn't know what they were talking about.
Obviously not, but while the East Coast auctions are running strong, Copart lots across the country are preparing to open at noon their time.
With that said, let's take a look at a few lots coming up later today. It's time for What's on the Clock, presented by DonateACar.com.
At noon Central Time, this 2004 Porsche 911 Turbo goes up for auction. It does have some rear-end damage, and unfortunately, that's where the engine is, so it comes with the salvage title. However, look at the rest of it. It's almost mint. Interior, perfect. Front end, perfect. Would be a great project, I'm just saying.
Very nice. In less than 2 hours, there's a rent and ready for bed 2001 Corvette going up. Now, this is the hardtop coupe version of that 5th generation Vette. That was the year that the LS1 engine jumped 5 ponies to 350. Oh, yeah, and the top speed on this street-going rocket, 186 mile an hour. Yeah, you know, like on a racetrack or whatever.
Looks like someone else got a little carried away with their new toy here, but now you can enjoy it. At noon Pacific Time, this 2008 BMW M6 goes up in California. It has all-over damage, but it also has a 5.0-liter V10. This baby will go 0 to 60 in 3.7, so you better hurry up or you're going to miss her. While the lot that the M6 is on may not open for another 2.5 hours, here's one that is. Let's take a quick look at it. It's a 1995 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Bidding action's going on right now in Maryland.
Sold to the highest
That's all
bidder.
we have time for right now. We need to take a break. We'll see you after the timeout.
We're back. We're at that point of the show where we like to let you folks know what's coming up in the next few weeks on Copart.com.
It's what we like to call waiting around the world, and this week we find both of our auctions in the same town.
In Portland, Oregon, there's a cool 88 Chaparral boat, an inboard outboard with a little V-berth. It got waterlogged and has some mechanical damage, but if you're good with engines, you can scoop yourself a great value boat for summer lake cruising.
And what a cool find this one is. It's a previous repair, so make sure you look at all the pictures. But this 1932 Ford Roadster is awesome. It has Copart's run and drive verification and plenty of chrome under the hood. She also goes up for auction in Portland, but on the 28th. Here are a couple of contemporary hot rods that are ready to roll. These are just two of next week's sales. This one needs a facelift after a big hit in the nose, but even with the damage, it's still a 2001 Chevy Camaro convertible. There are plenty of good parts left on it, and it could be the perfect buy for the right customer. It's available on the 27th at noon in Amarillo.
Nice. And how about that matte black? Hey, jump back! 2006 Ford GT, actual cash value, $205,000. Damage to this off-the-hook sweet ride all over. But look on the bright side. Less than 7,400 miles on the odometer, and you get those sweet Puma stickers.
We've reached the end of the road. That's all we have time for this week. But the good news is we'll be back next week.
I got to send a shout out to lot 83 in Lexington. Good seeing you folks. So listen, almost 1,000 cars sold since we've been on the air. Pretty incredible. I hope you're getting in on the action. Well, we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Back to the auction.